Hello friends. So in the last lecture, we have seen the conformal mapping and we have seen the linear transformation, and there are different types of linear transformations that we have studied. Now let us see another type of transformation called as bilinear transformation. So bilinear transformation is defined as W equal to AZ plus B upon CZ plus D. Okay. Now this is a rational kind of function where the numerator is a polynomial, a denominator is a polynomial of degree 1. Okay. This ABCD, they are the complex numbers, provided they are in the condition that if you take this AD minus BC, it should not be equal to 0. See, if it is equal to 0, this reduces to a constant function. Okay, and we are not interested in that. So we will choose our constants ABCD in such a way that AD minus BC is not equal to 0. Then this kind of transformation is called as a bilinear transformation. Okay, sometimes it is written in this way as well. Okay, you can easily see that both these ways are one and the same. Okay, this is just renaming of the constant. Okay, so either you can use this form or you can use this form, right? So here we will be using this form of representation for this bilinear transformation. Okay, now what are these properties of this bilinear transformation? So the first property of this bilinear transformation is it maps the circles onto circles. Okay, so circle from Z plane gets mapped to a circle on circle on W plane. Okay, but the radius will be different, the center will be different. Okay, another thing is that about this cross ratio. Now I know that you don't know what is a cross ratio. So cross ratio is a you can say a fractional constant, okay, of four complex numbers. It is Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, four complex numbers. Okay, how it is calculated? It is calculated with this ratio. So see how I have written this. This is very important to remember. So the first Z1 I have taken here, and how I have made the factor Z1 minus Z3. Okay, next Z2 minus Z4. Okay, divided by. Okay, now see that this remains as it is Z1 Z1. Only thing is that this subtracted constant I have taken over here. So Z1 minus Z4, then Z2 here and Z3 here. So you can easily now remember how this constant is created. Fine. Similar, so what our bilinear transformation ensures that whatever this cross ratio, that cross ratio and the cross ratio of the output, okay, they remains same, constant. So the bilinear transformation preserves the cross ratio. Got it? Okay. Please remember this formula for cross ratio and how it is obtained. Okay. So the technique of writing this, because remembering this formula itself is a challenge. So please see the trick of writing this. Fine. Okay. Now next thing is that how you will determine a bilinear transformation. So a bilinear transformation can be determined. So what do you mean by determine? How you will find out these points ABCD. Once you know ABCD, you will get the correct definitions of bilinear transformation. So what we will do is, so a bilinear transformation can be completely determined if we know its action on at least 3 points. Okay, its action on at least 3 points. Okay, I'll just explain you what this is, and then we will simplify solve an example. So this means that, see, I want to find out a bilinear transformation. Okay, I want to find out a bilinear transformation when it can be completely determined when I will know the constants a, b, c, d. These are complex numbers, remember, a, b, c, d. So this can be obtained if I know under this transformation. So this is a transformation, like f of z is equal to w. Under this transformation, one say z1 point sends to say w1 point, z2 point is mapped to w2 point, z3 point is mapped to w3 point. So if I know that what is the action of this particular transformation on these 3 points, any 3 points in the complex plane, okay, so any 3 points, if I know the action, then I can completely determine this ABCD constants, okay, and that is possible. So to get a bilinear transformation, we will use this fact that so in the exam as well, they will give you action of a bilinear transformation on any 3 points, any 3 complex numbers, and you need to determine the entire bilinear transformation. Okay, so we'll see the example in the next video.